And his name is Tiny, but he's not so small anymore because he's about a year and a half old and almost as big as his mom. So that's the one on the den. That's the cub, and his mom is right next to him. She's pretty small as well. And then we're going to head down the hill. There's one bear under the rocks there trying to get some shade. Get a good look at the black bear. Now as you see these guys, you can tell that they're quite small. There's another cub right here. She dug a hole and she's sitting in the hole. Her name is Gina. Oh no, that's her mom. See, these bears are so smart. The cub is on the den. But these are the smallest of all the bear species, and a adult black bear would be 400 pounds at most. They are omnivores. They eat plants and insects and meat. They especially like the green stuff you see in that water there. That looks really nasty. But it's almost like a pool full of candy for them. You'll see them come over and just sit in that water and eat all around themselves. And they're also the more docile of all the bear species. As you can see, they're pretty chill animals, kind of lounge around. And now we're going to see the brown bears next, which is a totally different bear. But before we go see them, there's a couple of birds in this area. Out in the corner there are the pink flamingos and sacred ibis. When the flamingo hatch, it is white, because if you know what they do, it turns pink. Exactly, they eat shrimp, and the more shrimp they eat, that is the more pink they turn. And the dye that's in that shrimp that turns them pink is keratin. We put it in their feed, but if we didn't do that, we'd have all white flamingos. And now we're about to go into the brown bears here. So these are the guys that were doing the maintenance on that gate while we were held up. We're going to head inside. Now the brown bear are cousins to the grizzlies, so they're a bit bigger. They're about 800 pounds as adults. So that's like twice the size of the black bears. They're also a little bit more rambunctious. Thank you. They're a little bit more rambunctious, so they are behind a small fence for our safety, but you guys still get a good look at these bears. We do have a lot more of them than the black bear. As you see them coming up. Now we are going to be passing by the cubs first. Looks like they just went down for a nap. If you look in the corner of the den under the tree, you'll see their babies. Here these guys are all throughout this exhibit. There are two more cubs on the right side, up on top of that hill. They're a bit bigger. There's two boys in here. They're so big. It's hard to believe they're cubs. Their mom is right out here. So she goes out during the day, and then at night she goes back in with her cubs. These guys are much taller, longer limbs, and they have that hump on their back. These guys are also more so the meat eaters, whereas black bears are eating fruits and berries and stuff like that. Then right before we leave this section, two smaller bears here are Spot and Scarlet. One is right up front, one by the den. They are separated from everyone else because they're hand raised. So when they were born, it was during a snowstorm, and as the snow melted, it flooded out their den. And if you didn't know, bears have their babies during hibernation while they're still asleep, and that was the case with their mom. They were asleep and didn't realize that the cubs were born like this small and they could have drowned. So right before we thought they were in danger, we took them out and hand raised them, and we're gonna wait for them to be adult size before we try to put them back with the other bears. Just in case there's any problems, they can hold their own for as long before we get in there and separate them. But yeah, that's why they're in that little area by themselves. Now we're just gonna drive past this place here. This is New Jersey protected area. So we're big on conservation here at the safari, but not only of the exotic animals you can see, but also the native animals in New Jersey. They also have a safe place here. Outback, and I wish it was a steakhouse, but it's kind of contrary to the view of the safari. So we're still going to the Outback, but we're going to see kangaroos again, and they are quite small, surprisingly, the females at least, the small gray ones. So I'm going to look to see where they're hanging out in here. And then the males are the big red ones. Now they like to be in the bushes sometimes. This is my first time coming through here for the day. Ironically enough, a group of kangaroo is called a mob, but these guys are not angry at all. They're quite relaxed, chill animals. Oh, she's stepping on the other plants here. That's nice. Leave them the privacy. And headed to the last section here. We're about to enter into our tiger section. I think we saved the best for last. Now, unlike lions that like to live in that big, huge family, the tigers like to live by themselves. So our first one is right here on the right, and I think he's in the corner. So we gotta wait for the gate to close. Oh, I'm sorry for this speaking. I don't know where it should stand. Tiger. Now these guys that are right in front of him are the black bucks. So all the ones you saw when you first came into the safari, this is that same section. So they're all in here as well. But as I said, they like to live by themselves, so they're in different areas of this section. There's a couple more Bengals coming up, and we also have Siberian tigers. This side we have the yaks, which is like our Asian buffalo. And here on the right, we have some more of those Bengals. There should be 3 in here. There you go, 1, 2, and then right in the corner, that orange and black stripe. Pretty most common color that tigers come in. Now on the opposite side here, right in the corner, is our first Siberian tiger. Now these guys come in only that one color, that orange and black stripe, with this really bright white underbelly. And this is a really young male. His name is Noah. He's only about 4 years old. Then, that looks comfortable. Now look at the Bengals on the right, and the female Siberians are on the left. Right under the awning and on top of the rafter. Now the Siberian tiger are the largest of all the big cats, and they also eat a lot of food. In the wild, they eat about 70 pounds of meat in one sitting, and luckily they don't have to do that every day. They eat about twice a week. The animals here, the tigers here, they get fed every day 15 to 20 pounds of meat per day, which is still a lot of food. Now all the animals you're going to see over here are the same ones you saw when you came into the safari. Alright guys, so we are headed out of the safari now. Hope that you guys learn a little bit more about the animals.